Yeah, I played in the Pro-Am yesterday. I played the back nine today, and then I played the front nine on Monday. It's very soft, especially yesterday. I mean, completely different golf course from yesterday to today. But it plays pretty long, and it's going to be a good challenge, depending on what the weather's going to be like. If the golf course is going to firm up by the end of the week, it could play completely different to the practice rounds.
You've had a top 10 in the championship before, something you're keen to improve on, your record here perhaps?
Yeah, hopefully. That's the goal.
Any questions?
Hi, Nelly. Oh, sorry.
Hi.
Chris.
You mentioned there that it's quite soft at the moment. We've had a lot of rain. Do you think that's something that gives you an advantage given your length?
Yeah, I mean, I feel like every single time I've talked about maybe having an advantage because of length at golf courses, you actually kind of see more of the shorter hitters playing well. So I think it's just about getting the ball in the hole. I mean, you know, they're used to hitting hybrids into the greens, and I mean, if everyone just has to play their own game and keep it into play. I mean, if you're not hitting the fairways, it gets pretty tough out here with chip shots out, and I would say the greens are pretty slow. There's a lot of subtle breaks to them, but I also know that they've gotten a lot of rain in the past, 2 weeks, so it's played completely different to what it played maybe a month ago. But I do see that there's going to be good weather throughout the rest of the week, so we'll see if it firms up. But right now, it's going to be a good challenge.
And is there one particular part of the game that you think is particularly important around this course?
I would say off the tee is very important.
Louine in the middle.
Hi. Because you've got 3 majors in America, one here and one in France, if you were explaining to people back home who didn't know about the 2 on this side of the Atlantic, how would you describe the British Open to them? Our women's one, that is.
To an American, or what do you mean compared to the other
audience?
Okay, I would say it's a completely different style of golf. I would say, depending on the weather and the style of golf course, you have to have a lot of creativity out here. You have to hit shots that you normally wouldn't at other golf courses. Typically with golf courses in the U.S., it's very tight off the tee, high rough, and you have to hit it high into the greens. And here you actually can chase it up. I mean, you have to hit low bullets out here, so the wind doesn't affect it. So I think British style golf courses, you have to use a lot more creativity.
And do you store these extra shots you need in a cupboard until they're needed again?
No, I mean, if I need to use it, I typically, I'm not a robotic golfer. I visualize it and I hit it. So I kind of like this type of golf.
Can I ask one more?
Carry on, Louine.
Are your family all the same in being able to sort of visualize shots and whether it's golf or tennis and just carry on, or do the others maybe need more tuition than you?
No, I think actually we all are pretty much the same. My brother is by far the best when it comes to creativity. I think he's up there with my dad. But I think we're all very visual, and we like to kind of play with it a little bit. We've never been robots. We weren't kind of raised that way. We were raised to kind of see the shot and hit it, find it again, see the shot, hit it.
Okay, that's lovely. Thanks.
Mm-hmm.
Question on the far right there.
Hi, Nelly. A lot has been made about the length of the course this week. Are there any other aspects of the course's setup that have taken your attention?
Yeah, I would say number 2 is very interesting for a longer hitter. Driver gets into that bunker in the middle of the fairway, and possibly if it's downwind, so does 3-wood, and then my 7-wood lays pretty far back because it's a pretty high spinny club. So then I actually hit 3-wood into that green yesterday. So I would say some of the holes, just position-wise, it's just better to lay back and have a longer club in and just take your par instead of risking trying to hit a driver in a pretty tight area and eventually being in the bunker.
Have you tried any shots out of the Heathland yet?
Yeah, I almost broke my wrist today out of it. It's not easy. It's really bouncy, and if you get a good lie, then maybe, but I would say 95% of the time you will be pitching out with a 58 degree to just try to get it back into play. It's really tough to get out of that.
Chris again.
Once again, we've seen lots of first-time major winners this year. Can you speak about the depth on the tour at the moment and how tough it is to win one of these events with so many good players?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's across any tour or any sport. The players are just getting better. Athletes are just getting better. They have more knowledge. They have more tools to work with. And everyone's way more professional, I feel like, than maybe they were 10 plus years ago. I would say as a whole, obviously there were a few that were very professional, but I would say everyone takes it very seriously now. So, yeah, I would say that, you know, it's tough to win out here. Every year the girls are getting better. Every year there's younger girls coming out here and dominating. You know, Rose came out, won in her first event, and it's getting tough. So whenever you win, it feels really good.
And just to follow up, you've got a recent win in this part of the world. Is that something that gives you an extra comfort level this week?
Yeah, hopefully. You know, I don't think it's completely different kind of golf course, but that week was so much fun. The wind was brutal and the weather was just awful, and the shot shaping and the low shots that I got to hit was a lot of fun. And I think I'm okay doing that once or twice a year. I wouldn't want to do it every week to play in that weather, but it's a lot of fun.
Another question, far right there.
Hi, Nelly. We had Charlie in here yesterday when she found out that you were playing with her. She was very complimentary of you as a player and a person.
Yeah.
I'll flip it around to you. What do you make of her, especially as the home favourite?
I love Charlie. She's so much fun to be around. I love playing with her. I've played a couple of practice rounds with her. We're pretty friendly. Yeah, she's a fast player. I enjoy that. And I don't know. She has a really good personality. She's fun to be around, and she's an amazing golfer. Her putting's ridiculous, and yeah, she's gonna be a fan favorite here. So I'm sure we'll have home crowd cheering for her loud.
And how much does it help your game playing, obviously, alongside her and Lydia Ko, you know, two of the best players in women's golf? How much does that bring the best out of you?
I mean, every week's a little different. I mean, every week you feel a little different. Some weeks maybe the course doesn't suit your eye, but having a good crowd out is nice. You want to perform your best for them as well as for yourself. And I just have a really good group with Lids and Charlie the next 2 days. They're both really nice girls that I've gotten to know over the years, and they have really great personalities, so it'll be light and fun.
And just finally then, when you shot 64 at the Amundi a couple of weeks ago, we noticed a driver change. Can you explain why, and is that a change that's going to stick this week as well?
Yeah, so when I first started testing with TaylorMade, they reassured me that they want me to play what I will play best with. So I've been trying to kind of figure the driver out, and at the end of the day, they want me to perform my best. And they've been an amazing partner, and they have supported me through the entire process. But right now, I'm just gonna play with what I play best with, and hopefully, you know, they have some exciting things in the work, and I'm really excited for the future.
Question from Matt here on the left.
Hi, Nelly. Chris mentioned the win you had just a few weeks ago. You're also a major champion in the past. How can you use that experience compared to others that aren't major champions yet, maybe coming down the stretch on Sunday?
Yeah, I feel like every single time you are in contention, you kind of learn more about yourself and how to handle the situation. I mean, I have a really good support system around me. My caddy and I have been together for 6 years. We know each other really well, so having someone you can lean on through those times is really important as well. And then just knowing your game, knowing how you respond when you have a little bit more adrenaline than normal, and to calm yourself.
You mentioned that relationship with your caddy who's been there over the years. How important is it that you have that, both good and bad memories, that you can both lean on when you're out on the course?
Yeah, I mean, I think he's been very crucial to my career. I have all my wins with him, honestly, actually. All my professional, I have one that's not with him, but I have majority of my wins with him. And he's someone I trust, someone I can lean on. He's the most positive person in the world, which aggravates me sometimes. But no, he's great. He's an amazing teammate, and I'm very lucky to have him by my side.
A question front right.
Yep. You mentioned Charlie Hall is a fast player.
Yeah.
So are you.
Yeah.
Being a fast player, I was wondering if I can hear your take on the situation in Evian the other week. Carlota Ciganda got penalized.
Yeah, I mean, I think, at the end of the day, the rules of golf are the rules of golf, and they should be enforced. I really like Carlotta. She's a great person. I enjoy playing with her. I am a fast player, but I would say at the end of the day, the rules of golf are the rules of golf, and that's it's good that it's being enforced.
But like in general, what do you think about slow play?
Sorry, what?
In general, what do you think about slow play?
Slow play, I think it should be monitored. I mean, if I'm being honest, if I was a spectator and I was out here for 5.5 hours to 6 hours, it's tough to watch, right? You want to watch a sport that's continuously moving and not just continuously stalling. So I would say I think it's really important for the rules officials to enforce the rules of golf.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Final questions, I think. Louine, have you got another one?
Bearing in mind the situation is as it is at the moment, that people are slow on tour. What have you, how do you deal with the time when you're having to hang around? Do you have a special policy that you use all the time?
I just kind of slow down as well. I walk a little slower, and I just try to adapt to the pace of my group.
And would you turn off your concentration, or would you just keep it alive?
I would say that sometimes it does throw off your rhythm as a golfer to play with someone that's a little slower, but you just kind of have to adapt and play your best with the situation at hand. My caddy and I do a really good job with it, and I haven't run into any really issues.
And what would you recommend to the average golfer who's playing with 3 or a 4 where the others are slow and would probably just curse them? What would they be better doing?
Hit the ball. No, I mean, at the end of the day, if you're just a regular golfer and just you're going out with your buddies, and go out and enjoy a round of golf. But at the last thing you want to be doing is being behind a 4-3-some or a slow 4-some, right? So I would say be respectful to the people around you as well.
Any final questions? Okay,
Thank you.
thanks to Nelly for coming in, and have a good week.
Thank you.